It's number 3 on Patreon week 12. We've got Boston, More Than a Feeling, sent in by Dunk. Uncle Dunk.
I wish Boston had more music videos or high quality live performances.
Yeah.
Because I tried to put together a Boston week before we started taking suggestions years ago.
Oh, and it just wasn't there.
And it would just be all songs, no music video.
That's
And
all
I was
right.
like,
We can make exception for Big B.
I know. I love Boston.
Well, all right, let's get into it.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
That bassist is making funny ass faces. Awesome.
Man, this is when men had mustaches.
Yeah.
And curly hair, apparently. And long hair. And just all the hair. This is when men had hair.
And this is when men could drink a couple beers and go to work. You
Yeah,
know?
like drink a couple
Not
beers,
get in trouble for it.
drink a couple beers, get in your car, drive to work.
Yeah.
Smoke cigarettes at your desk and drink a few more beers while you're there.
Smoke cigarettes and drink beers at your son's baseball game.
Oh my gosh, I know.
What's so bad about that?
Now I've got to shoot off to the bathroom to do my coke when I'm at my son's baseball game.
Yeah, what a nightmare we live in.
Man, I have no idea whether or not they do a lot of drugs. I don't know anything about Boston's partying.
Yeah.
But, man, those mustaches.
Yeah, these are awesome.
We haven't even started talking about the music because this song and all of their songs from this album in particular
Are incredible.
are outrageously good.
So, me and Joe are Boston fans.
Oh,
Not like been to a show or have Boston shirts or posters or anything.
we were born in 1989, probably 15 years after this song came out.
Yeah, but anytime we come across a Boston song, we're like, who is this? So I like this band. And this song specifically feels so 70s to me. With that acoustic guitar intro, I just feel like, obviously I wasn't there, but anything that I see in movies or television, it feels so 70s. Like I can just picture like, you know, the hippies, you know.
A little post-hippie, though, a bit.
Well, yeah. It's the 70s when hippies became mainstream.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
You know what I love, too? His voice.
His voice is amazing.
It's so high and so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. This album is insane. Wait, what songs are on this album? You have More Than a Feeling,
Yeah.
Peace of Mind,
Yeah.
Foreplay a Long Time,
Oh, yeah.
and what else? There's there's like 5 amazing hits on this
there's
album.
there's some other bangers. But, yeah, I mean, the guitars are beautiful. The arrangement is beautiful. It's so catchy. It's so exciting and fun. with the claps. Dun, dun, ticka, dun,
Oh,
dun,
dude,
ticka,
I
ticka,
love
ticka.
the claps because the claps clearly are just like 3 or 4 people clapping, and you can hear all the individual claps.
It's amazing. There's so much. I don't know. There's so much fun, and it's such a journey, and it's so well crafted. I don't know. It's really nice. A lot of dynamic. Like we go back down to.
I'm tired, I'm thinking cold. I hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I close my eyes and she slipped
Wow, what a jam! Those harmonies, the backing vocals, the full arrangement. It's just wonderful. Every moment that it's lifting, you're like, oh, here it comes, and it gives you exactly what you hope for.
I know.
The payoffs in this song and a lot of other Boston songs are just some of the best in music. Like truly.
Unstoppable. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's not just like More Than a Feeling is a great song, and I feel like it's the one that gets the most love probably.
Yeah.
But man, so many of their songs, especially on that album, were just every damn time perfect over and over and over again.
Well, you know, I did some reading about Boston a few years back because I was just curious why this album was so good. And these are a collection of songs that this band had been writing and refining for years.
Yeah.
And then got a record deal. And actually, the record label heard the demos and loved them so much. And the band loved the demos a lot too, but it's just like, it's part of the typical protocol to be like, all right, now get in the studio and record the real versions.
Yeah.
But they had spent so much time perfecting these demos that all they re-recorded was the vocals and all the instruments they had recorded at home. And, they probably had it professionally mixed and everything and mastered, but
everything
they
was
lied
so
to the
good.
record label and said that we went in the studio, we re-recorded everything, here it is. And they were like, yeah, sounds great. But all they did was re-record the vocals. And yeah, I mean, but when you really spend the time, and I've noticed this, like it is a common theme with bands, like their first album is sometimes their best. More often than not, it seems. And it's because they had time to really focus on these songs. But once you get thrown into the mix of things, it's
Then
tough.
it's,
You're
5
touring all
albums
the
in
time.
7 years, and you got to tour during all of them too.
You're touring, and when you're home, you just want to relax, but you're being forced to write music in like a 2-month time span, write and record and release another album. It's like, man, the first album, it could have taken them 3 or 4 years, just like, whenever inspiration was striking or getting together with your band and just like hashing it out over time and like reflecting on stuff instead of like just rushing to write an album and then releasing it and be like, there was a couple things that I wanted to change there, but I didn't think of it then. I didn't have enough time.
As well as this has got refined and probably performed live so many times. They're playing
Yeah, you
shows,
feel it
playing these
out.
songs to everyone, and they're
Learn
getting,
what's working, what's not working.
yeah, and you can actually like kind of switch things up a lot of times too.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times you heard an album and you're like, dang, that's pretty good, but man, when they play it live, because they had a little bit more time to kind of
Yeah.
mess around with it.
The song is marinated.
Yeah.
It's seasoned better.
Oh yeah,
You know?
And
So that's something to say about music. Like, you gotta. Sometimes it's good. Okay, there's two trains of thought. You can get caught overthinking it, spinning your tires, and never releasing any music. Musicians and artists get caught up in that trap. But the sweet spot is some kind of middle ground where you do take your time, you explore, you refine the songs, you make sure that it's conveying the emotion you want it to convey. But then, so make sure you're not rushing, but also make sure that you are releasing music.
yeah, I feel like that one comes from when it's like a band has a great first album
Uh-huh.
and they're super successful, maybe a pretty good second album, and then like the third album's a little weird, and then they're like trying to get that magic back. So maybe the fourth album or maybe the fifth album, they're like, they really lock it down and they try super duper hard, and it just takes forever, costs a lot of money, and then it's just not. It's almost like the sensibilities change. Like at a certain point, like you lose track of what sounds good, and your old sound is not fresh anymore. So now you got to come up with a new sound, and it's just not working out. I feel like
It's a delicate balance.
Like didn't Brian Wilson, he like never wrote his last album. Like it just took like it was so much money and so much time, and then it just kind of like fell apart.
That could be. Yeah. I mean, I know it's like a typical thing of like a musician, or like thinking maybe you have writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many like mental barriers that can go into it, and then like losing perspective on a song, you just need to step away for like a week or two or something.
But becoming super successful as a band or artist or whatever, or songwriter, man, sometimes, most of the time, like it is so rare to become that highest level, make that great song or great album, that if you took a step back, you'd be like, that's inside me. That's inside me. It's like, it could be. But you know what? Sometimes the stars just align. Like, it's so hard to become famous and successful in the music industry that it's not like I just put in the work. Like you put in the work.
Yeah.
You made yourself available to have the success. And that's more than most people can do. But then that last little bit is probably just, I had the right idea at the right time. I was around the right people. The right people heard what I was playing, and then it takes off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just being ready for that moment and striking while the iron's hot. Also, I think there is something to be said about, I don't know if it's necessarily something inside of someone. I think it's people's ability to tune in to what's being made available. Because you can see, like, without people even ever knowing each other, everyone's influenced by whatever music came before them. And so you're just kind of picking up where other artists have left off. And so you can be on opposite sides of the planet, but listening to the same music, you're going to kind of start from the same spot, and you're going to bring things along. So it's kind of like being open to, I don't know.
You start with your basis, but you bring your journey with you.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very deep, profound, the whole thing of it. I couldn't even.
So
put
the
into
only real
words.
musician to respect is the person who wrote the first song.
Right, which is a cave woman about 10,000 years ago,
Humming to her
child. Yes.
Did you say 10,000 years ago?
Is that when there were caves?
I think it's further back than that.
Further back, 40, 50. Cover my bases. 1 billion years ago.
Like 300 years ago in a cave, like that one guy said.
Yeah. Is there anything else I want to add about Boston? Oh, a little fun fact, since we got like a minute left. The guitar player was working for Polaroid, I believe, the camera company in Boston or somewhere in Massachusetts, probably Boston. And I think I read that he was still showing up to work 40 hours a week, even though they were signed, but like didn't know if they were going to be successful or not. And then he said one day he heard a Boston song on the radio at work, and he was like, "Oh, I better put my 2 weeks in. Like this, I'm a rock star now." Like he just knew. He's like, "Oh,
oops.
my song's on the radio. This is it."
Oopsies, I forgot. I'm a rock star now.
And yeah,
No one gives you no one gives you like a certificate or a diploma to when you graduate to rock star. So
No.
you gotta make that call yourself.
it was just kind of like, "Oh, this is happening." Okay.
Now, as a YouTuber, we will get that plaque, 100,000. Then we've officially that's like YouTube undergrad as 100K.
Yeah,
And
and then
like,
you've graduated at 1 mil,
At
500.
No, at 1 mil would be masters. 100K would be
Don't you get something for 500? Nothing.
no.
Well, shit.
I know that's a big jump, huh? Yeah. So like, I feel like we have a bachelor's in YouTube if we get to 100,000. If we get to 1 million, then we have a master's in YouTube. If we get to 10 million, then we're a doctorate in YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube doctors.
Nice.
Love that. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
woohoo.